minutes ago, the Bravado director Andrea said, "Yeah, let's do a giveaway today. Screw it." So Razer, I think, alongside with Bravado, are giving away an Abyssus mouse. It's a pretty swanky mouse. I don't know if you're familiar with Quake. You might know that quite a lot of the pros are using that mouse there. I don't know how it fares out in Dota, but it's a solid mouse, and if you can win that by going over to facebook.com/bravado gaming. The post that I've just put into Twitch chat, all you need to do is guess how many kills there will be for each team. So put down Bravado, Infused, and how many kills each of the teams are going to have for the last game. So that could be either game number 3, 4, or 5, depending how far the series goes, and you could be in for a chance to win that Razer Abyssus. Of course, it's going to go to the person who either guesses it right or to the person who gets the closest. And if multiple
And if there's two
right,
people,
then,
yeah, random RNG.
Yeah.
So Slark banned out, another respect for Donny. I wonder if they're going to ban out Timbersaw as well. Although Doom being picked up, probably going to be their offlane hero. Donny likes the hero. It's a solid offlane pick. Mirana for flares is already penciled in. Like, both sides have got pretty decent startup here. Batrider, I mean, we've seen it played predominantly safe lane when it's been picked up by a non-South African team, although Seam playing it in the mid lane during their wreckage of, I don't think it was 4 Love, I think it was the game before that. Ichigogo, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that was Donny, Slark, and Flair's Batrider. So the ban's coming out, the Witch Doctor, to respect Elia Van, and yeah, I think that this is pretty decent. Synergize as well with both the Tree and Protector and the Batrider. The ulti of Witch Doctor does so much damage, and it's physical damage. So even though you have BKB up and Batrider can still blink ulti you, Tree can still ulti you, and Witch Doctor can still do huge damage to you.
That Witch Doctor, I think Infused have used in pretty much every game this tournament. So it's actually quite nice to see the Bravado guys respect banning that. But look at that, a pick from Infused on Wraith King. They noticed yesterday that Bravado Emotion slaughtered 4-Love International with their, what was it, Flares' Wraith King, I think?
Yeah.
He was just a million miles out. Like, even the Wraith King versus Anti-Mage, I think the net worth at the end was something like 25k for Wraith King and 11, 12, 13k for Anti-Mage. It was just ridiculous how they managed to play it out, the BVD guys. But Infused, they're looking really damn smart, and I am representing the UK guys on the cast. You've got Knoxville over there. He's going to be massively biased in favor of the South Africans, and even Harry like favors them, as he spends a lot of his time with that scene, knows a lot about all the players over there. So for me, go UK. We maybe suck at football, but we don't suck at Dota. Get wrecked, South Africa.
Well, we'll see about that.
I don't think that I actually necessarily favor the South Africans here. I generally just favor teams that play better. Like, I think
okay, well.
In my defense, I mean, I think so far at least Bravado Emo have been playing better. So I definitely, at least at this point, until Infused can prove that they're actually a good team, am going to be favoring Bravado Emo.
They haven't proved that already by getting to the grand finals without dropping a match?
Nope, absolutely not. Well, all right, so the only match of theirs that I watched the end of their last one, but like I said, it was that same ridiculous Pugna. And then the first match that they beat Bravado Blue. They actually lost the first game, which they played for real, and then they won the next 2 games by doing some extreme cheese. Now, like, don't get me wrong, winning with extreme cheese doesn't indicate that they're bad. Yeah, they like did Jakiro mid 5-man push, racks by 13 minutes. Let's cheese. Yeah. So,
and in game 2, they pretended they were going to do exactly the same thing, but went like a slightly different strategy. And the Keeper of the Light pick just did nothing.
Right, and so, like, it's on Bravado Blue, the fact that they weren't able to stop that, and Scant would agree 100%, I mean, being the captain of that team. Like, when a team cheeses, if they win, it's not necessarily because they were good, it's because the other team failed to accommodate the cheese. Like, the most obvious example we have of this is if you level 1 Roshan, you probably just win the game for getting a level 1 Roshan. Like, I think it's like over 80% of the time, if you level 1 Roshan, you're just going to win the game. So, like, but at the same time, if you level 1 Roshan, it's not because you're good that you were able to kill the Roshan. It's because the other team didn't check. So that's like on them. It's the same principle with like a really early push strategy like that. So yeah, no, I mean they definitely haven't proved themselves to me yet.
All right.
So having a quick look at the picks so far, Shadow Demon is there's definitely 3 heroes penciled in for Bravado into the top lane. The Shadow Demon, the Mirana, and the Dazzle could be an aggressive tri lane just as easily, but the Shadow Demon Disrupt sets up a nice arrow, and Dazzle with the Shadow Wave on top of that does lots of extra damage because of the illusions. So it's going to be, I think, pretty annoying here from the tri lane of Bravado Emotion, and Doom is a safe lane, probably going to be just fine against most of the matchups here. Now the question is, are we going to see an aggressive tri lane come out? Wraith King, Tree and Protector, Keeper of the Light. I mean, I think that's like a little bit unorthodox as a tri lane, but it could work out. Could be magical.
Yeah, well, I don't think Bravado Emo are going to aggressive tri lane. I mean, so that was the first thing. I mean, I don't think there's going to be either aggressive tri lane, but Bravado Emo, even though they do have a very good aggressive tri lane, they just can't do it because then it's going to put the Doom against the Batrider, which is just like a matchup from hell.
Yeah, it's pretty well. Excuse the Doom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, I didn't even realize, but good catch on that one. But,
okay, so DK going mid. Seam's got the last, or Seam's hero is coming last. What do you want? Just before they pick it up, what do you want him to pick up in this game? What do you want to see Seam play?
well, so Seam's traditional. I mean, like the most Seam hero, I guess, Invoker or Puck. Invoker's banned, and you can't play Puck against Dragon Knight. It's a pretty bad matchup. So I guess you're looking for. Well, I mean,
Axe?
yeah, I don't know about that. Axe is definitely going to struggle with the Batrider, the Wraith King, and the Treant. I mean, you could have Viper, which is pretty good against all of Infused heroes, and excellent against Dragon Knight. But the thing is, it puts them into a weird position with their lineup, which is like Viper's like a 5-man hero, and Doom's kind of like a sit back and farm hero, which kind of like can be 5-man with a fast mech, but then also Viper gets a fast mech. So I don't know. That's awkward. I mean, there's also Queen of Pain, which is not a very good hero, to be perfectly honest, but is excellent against the Dragon Knight, although definitely will struggle against Batrider.
Yeah, and also like the potential of Queen of Pain with a Tree and Protector, like positioning is so key with that hero. So any lockdown, any instantaneous lockdown like the Tree and ulti provides, just it's going to lead into Chainstone, Wraith King, DK, Batrider. As you said, it's not going to be a pretty sight.
Sorry, I'm bantering with Twitch chat at the moment. Harry, you haven't gained the biggest following on this channel with your critical commentary. Maybe you can get the love back from them if you're spot on with the prediction for the final game and what the kill score will be for it.
Well, so far this tournament, I actually haven't been wrong with any prediction except for the Bravado Blue one, where I thought that Bravado Blue would win 2-0. So maybe I'm actually a little bit better with Infused because they're actually the only ones to win this. But yeah, so it's gonna be OD. That I guess makes a lot of sense. It's actually not a hero that I thought of, but it's excellent against Batrider. Gives Dragon Knight a really hard time, and it's less one-dimensional than the Viper.
It also steals the mana away from Wraith King. So there's some situations where being able to steal that away or getting an ulti off where you kill the mana of Wraith King is just as good as killing it.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to start hyping a little bit because we're about to get in the game for the first map here for the grand final of the Bravado Brawl tournament. It's UK versus South Africa, so I'm really curious in chat, who are you guys supporting? Bravado Emotion representing South Africa and Infused representing the UK. They got rid of those scrubs with the 2 fins, so that we don't want any imports in here. This is 100% about national pride right now. I want to see the UK guys win. I think they got it. I think they've been thinking a lot about this, and I think this draft is showing that they've definitely taken things into consideration over the last few days. I'm going to start, of course, by having to introduce them. We've got Tyrox, who's going to be on the DK. Tone is going to be on the Batrider. Elia on the Cottle. We've got Cook playing the Tree, and Richie on the Wraith King. I'm going to move over to the Scrub Bravado guys who are going to fail for South Africa. It's going to be Donnie on the Doom, Flares on Morana, we've got Ferrari on Shadow Demon, Habibi on the Dazzle, and Seam is going to be playing the OD in mid.
So before the game gets underway, I was asked by Scant to very, very special announcement / had to give his words. He said, I asked him, are you going to be chipping in tonight? What are you going to, are you keen? And he's like, I don't think so. And I said, why? And I said,
whoa, hang on.
I've
got to hold you up because we might get action straight away. They've managed to get disruption. Elia on the Cottle, giveaway first blood. I think that landed a perfect arrow as well. So the game hasn't technically started. The creeps haven't spawned, and already they're picking one out from the sky.
Okay, so let me just continue before more people feed. But yeah, so.
Oh, good thing there's no disruption, because more feeding actually was about to happen there.
That was close. That was really, really
close.
close.
So Scan said, I don't understand why the Dota 2 launch bets are like this. I'm like, what do you mean? Do you think it'd be closer to like 50-50? He's like, no. It should be 100% for Bravado, and it should be 0% for Infused. And then he said, I'm gonna, and I quote, "Nah, I'm going out with my girlfriend for dinner. This is over." So,
oh man, by that, I'm not going to agree with that at all. I think Infused are beasts. The UK guys like Dirk was like, they've been a bit crappy over like the last few weeks, couple of months. But the fact that they came here through the winner bracket final, I think that it speaks for itself.
So two things to be noted. First of all, despite Elliot dying, they realized that one sentry ward was placed on the hill here to block the camp that Coddle often pulls and stacks. Mm-hmm. And as a result, they counter-warded it and put their own ward up, although in version of the Bravado ward. And the second thing is, Hari, looks like an aggressive tri-lane from me, mate.
Yeah, well, it's probably not a good idea. Like I said, Doom's been struggling quite a bit, but I guess they don't think that that's that important, or they think that Donnie can just win his lineup or his matchups that easily. But it's especially shocking because not only are they making a bad matchup there, but they're also like, I mean, Coddle is like specializes in preventing aggressive tri-lanes from being successful by avoiding fights and spamming them back and then being able to pull. And then Wraith King and Treant are like two of the best level 1, level 2, 3 versus 3 heroes in the game. So, I don't know. At the same time, obviously, their combo is very strong, and if they can catch the Coddle on the side again, it's going to be pretty easy for them. Also, just the fact that they got the first blood puts them in a pretty strong spot.
And 3 ranged. I mean, it's 3 range versus 1 ranged. It's a situation where Coddle blasting pushes the lane, and this is like means that they're just going to be able to farm safely, and also be able to harass if any of the melee supports come forward, especially Wraith King. I mean, he needs to get some farm.
Yeah. And we actually see something that I talked about earlier in the tournament, where it was the agility heroes who started with basically like the similar loadout, except instead of a stout shield, it would be a ring of protection and then just one set of tangos, and then, well, they were slippers of agility, but here, this melee strength carry has actually gone for the stout shield in place of the ring of protection and the gauntlets of strength in place of the second salve. So the fact that he's going to take a lot of harassment, which you're talking about from these ranged, triple ranged lane, means that this decision to go a little bit light on the regen could be painful. Although once again, we do actually see the same sort of thing, which is that both the supports have purchased an adequate amount of regen themselves to kind of compensate for that. But the bad news for the supports is they actually have the sentry down, but I don't...
Oh, Doom in trouble at the top.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, but so is Tone. Tone's going to get taken down by Donnie. Donnie's been having a pretty epic tournament so far. Is this going to be the beginning of something else? Tone, no Feederino. We can't afford these mistakes.
So this is a matchup that if I'm not mistaken, I think that Bravado actually had like practiced a little bit when Scant was on the team. I do remember watching a game or two where they did this exact lineup, and I was somewhat surprised how well they done it. So I thought it must have been practice or something.
I guess it's just like the Doom factor that the Batrider
Oh,
thinks
there's a
he can
banish
make.
coming off, arrow coming through as well.
Oh,
It's a little bit mistimed.
just swinging past. They're still trying to go on him. We've got Ferrari and Habibi trying things out. They're almost getting him down. It's going to be Ferrari, in fact, who picks off the last hit with the right click.
He's going to arrow up in a
Richie.
few seconds.
The arrow's up right now. Is he going to land it? No, it whiffs. That's a really nice move by Richie, to be honest. That was a pretty good use of his tango. Get
He
through
did the same
trees.
thing in game number 2 of the first match that we cast of Infused.
Mm-hmm.
He did the exact same tango.
Yeah, no, there's some really quick thinking from Richie, to be honest. He knew exactly what to expect. So very well played.
Once again, and Scant brought this up the last time we were casting, we see the exact same Wraith King core or one position build from one of these UK teams with the 1 point Immortal Strike at level 3, or level 2 actually. I mean, he's level 3 now and has 1 point in it. And, I mean, does he imagine that he's actually going to get to hit any of these ranged heroes anytime soon for this crit to actually be significant? Like, I don't understand where the skill point is coming from rather than just taking a point in stats, which is maybe slightly more likely to keep him alive.
And we might have a little bit of action in a second. I don't know if Ferrari plans to use this haste rune aggressively. He's been spotted, so I find it slightly
Doom in the
unlikely.
top
But
lane.
oh my god, we got a chase. The Doom's already been used, so Tone is going to be dead. Donnie has got 2 kills now onto Tone. How is this pressure, guys, like being so effective for Donnie against the Batrider?
I would pay so much money to be able to like read what Donnie is thinking right now. Like if there was a way, like, to somehow hear or see or read what he's like thinking in his head right now.
I would pay a lot of money to hear the tears that are coming out in the Infused TeamSpeak right now, or Skype or whatever.
Come on.
Winning first game is such a mental advantage.
And not just that, but like, I don't know, when you're like the captain, or when you're focused like somewhere else on this game, and then like you see that your offlane Batrider has died twice in a matchup against a melee hero, you're like, what is going on? Because that's a lane that you counted on winning, having like a 9 to 10 minute blink dagger on that Batrider to have a really big impact, and it's gone the complete opposite. Now you've got this Doom who's going to be huge, and this Batrider who has nothing. That's so morally defeating.
We might have another move over here. They've managed to find him. Oh, the disruption's going to be on. Is there going to be any more support, or is this damage going to be sufficient? I don't think it matters, because that's another kill for Bravado Emotion, and it's as if they're not even risking anything. Flares does go a little bit low, so maybe a tiny bit of risk over there. And Seam, is he going for... He had a lot of gold a moment ago. I'm wondering what's he gone for. He is going for a Midas, Seam is.
I think that... No, that's... Oh yeah, that is his, and it's also Century Wars coming out. So we're going to see the very greedy Arteezy build. One of the things to note is that we don't see a Soaring coming out from the Dragon Knight, which means that in this mid lane, in the next level or two, when Seam has maximum astral imprisonment, probably in 2 levels time for Atari, it normally is Essence Aura and then 1 more level of it.
No.
No.
If you go this build, you're typically going to max the astral. So I mean,
okay.
like, yep.
So next level or the following level at worst.
Yeah. So yeah, he does have max astral now too. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It's definitely a good point. Ooh, well, actually, going on Donnie top, Batrider's gonna try to dive him. Has lasso.
Is there revenge?
He's gonna come in. Yeah.
We've got some
is angry.
support coming in a figure of Ferrari, but it's not going to be able to get a kill or anything, but it's enough to push him away and keep Donnie alive. Seems actually a full level ahead of the DK. Oh, Habibi, is that going to get him? Yes, we got Elia. Gets the first kill for the UK. Yeah, there we are. Just starting the momentum, getting the ball rolling here for the UK players. They're just kind of feigning sort of pain at the beginning of the match, just so that you guys are a little bit too confident. Yeah?
It looked like Flares also, like, blocked Habibi a little bit there, like once or twice. Like, a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
Scrubs, really.
The other thing is, Habibi, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I mean, he wouldn't get the boots because they were making such effective rotations, you know, with that pickoff they got over by the cliff, by the Radiant Camp, and that actually meant that he didn't have a magic stick, because if he had a magic stick there, which typically you would get in Triline versus Triline, then he actually would have survived, but understandable why he did this, just given that...
There's the kill onto Flares. Is there going to be a shallow grave? That is just in the nick of time. Survival here for Flares, and we've got an arrow coming out. Who's also going to hit? Richie, are they going to dive back in on this? Richie might go down. Oh my god. What a tragedy. I can't believe that turned around like that. The Flares with his arrows. Holy crap.
And now Ferrari's transitioned into this top lane, just going to try pull the lane back, and Doom's up, and there's going to be mana in a few seconds for like the full combo for Donnie. He just needs another 20 mana, and he's got that on the magic stick, but I think he wants a level of level death as well, so there's no reason for him to be aggressive now. All he has to do is stand in the lane and hit creeps. If the Batrider comes close, he'll die. Here's a hasted up Seam. Are we going to see Doom on top of this?
There's a disruption as well. They have laid down some eclipse. Can they get enough? No, the Doom didn't get used. He's actually out of mana for that.
Yeah, he has magic one stuff.
But Dooming wouldn't do anything since he'd already gotten the Firefly off. Like, if he Dooms him there, he's still just going to walk away. Now, maybe the Doom takes him down. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's just not the situation you want to use the Doom in. Like, usually you're using the Doom because the silence is somehow significant in getting a kill. Like, I guess the dot, maybe, but... Well, it's also possible that he just didn't realize that he had the magic stick charges, although I think a mistake like that probably wouldn't be made by Donnie when he's in, as we talked about, his Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah, Richie's just managed to get level 6 as well. And Elliot's starting to be even more of a nuisance with the Illuminate.
So one question, Hari. Yesterday the Hellfire Blast in 2 separate fights did 2 separate things, both because of Blink and in Leap. Like, it just acted weirdly. Like, Hellfire Blast shouldn't like, it should be disjointable, right?
I actually wonder about that as well because I know it isn't disjointable by PA. Like if PA
Yeah.
jumps, it follows. But
Yeah,
with,
yeah, yeah. That's
with Mirana Leap, like it's so weird because like I don't know, some things do get disjointed and others don't. So honestly, I couldn't even answer that question for you. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is disjointable.
Well, he might have cost that during the
just saw it.
0.1 second of invulnerability,
Yeah.
which is very, very hard to
No,
do.
no, that's not true. No, because I've actually played offlane Mirana against a Wraith King before. You can disjoint it whenever you want. So yeah, it's definitely disjointable.
Have you done it on 160 millisecond latency? Or
I
101?
haven't, so props to Flares.
And here comes an arrow through. Gonna catch it. Oh, nah, and he catches out the Moran. I mean, the Keeper of the Light. That's one of the also like interesting matchups is the situation where you have Mirana being able to snipe with arrows, and it really just means that Mirana has to make sure that there's no vision of where she's arrowing from. I mean, blasting from.
This OD and Doom are like 2k ahead in net worth on the DK who's the closest for Infused. This is scary. Infused, you guys need to step up this like economy of yours because it's falling apart right now. 5k difference at 10 minutes in. That's come on, Infused.
Batrider going on
Give me
Doom
that.
top.
Oh,
And,
there's a lot
yeah.
of stacks. He might be in trouble right now. There's going to be assistance. Donny, he might have overstepped the mark this time around. He's trying to bottle her in between, and Ferrari's coming in. He's going to get a disruption off on the Batrider. Tyrox trying to move in, but actually their heal is becoming more and more significant. Doom is going to be turned around. I can't believe that Donny keeps surviving this.
Oh, it's Doombringer. This is what this hero was made to do.
So
And look how
much
fast
luck.
he is. I mean,
Meanwhile,
yeah,
bottom though.
Oh,
Ooh,
Richie, is that going to be one death? Is a reincarnate is going to be popped, and I think Bravado are happy with that. And then hopefully for them, the next minute or two, they can try and actually take him down for reals.
well, 4 minutes, 4 minutes 20 seconds, long time.
It is a while.
4 minutes.
Is it really that long? 4 minutes? Oh, yeah, that's a lot of seconds. That is a lot of
Yeah,
seconds.
it's a lot of seconds indeed. And
So
the-
yeah, it's going to take us up to 15 minutes. If he dies, I mean, there's going to be lots of fights in the next while. And his items are actually pretty decent. Like despite the tri lane, he's got trades up. He's only died once, and he was involved in the only kill, so he hasn't fared a lot.
No.
I mean, he's got 22 CS. He's got less than 1 out of 4. Now, I understand he's against an aggressive trial line. I wouldn't call that decent, though. I mean, like, even decent considering the circumstance. Now, I'm not saying he necessarily could have done better, but, like, I don't know. It's a really bad situation because Wraithing is a strong early hero. Like, it's not like it was an anti-mage or something like that, or a Spectre who, like, was supposed to have difficulty in the laning phase. So, I don't know. I think the fact that he got this little amount of CS, even considering an aggressive trial line, is actually really bad. Like, yeah, he's going to have, like, his treads drums at 14, 15 minutes, something like that. 15 minutes probably at this rate. I think that's just like a nightmare. Oh, and the arrow's going to hit too.
Oh,
Although
That arrow was like was 100% blind, right?
yeah.
we've got living armor on this. Are they going to be able to follow up? I don't know if they're doing enough damage. They got a bit of support. There's the blinding light as well from the Cottle, so I think they're just going to have to edge off. Leap was used as well, so Flares has got to be careful. Gotta give my props to Tyrox. He hasn't fed first blood in this game, and he's still yet to die, and they're getting nice stacks up on this hard camp, so he's looking at least for some contingency plan for the lack of farm that they've really been able to get in this first quarter of an hour.
I think the Bravado need to make a concerted effort to pick off the Batrider before he gets blinked out. He's pretty close at the moment. 13 minutes isn't early, and he's died twice, and Donny's got a lot more farm, but it's still nice to just, he's getting close to a key item, pick him off.
I don't even think his blink really does much, though. I mean, they've got Disruption and Astral. They've got 2 excellent counters to the lasso. Like, I agree that obviously a pick off on him would be excellent, but I just, like, I think it doesn't even matter for Infused at this point, his blink. Like, the things that actually matter more than anything at this point is just the Dragon Knight, either Shadowblade, in order to get them to be able to do something, or BKB in order to get them to be able to 5-man. I think it will be a BKB, in fact, but like, I think the Dragon Knight is the only hero who's actually performed reasonably well enough, especially after the stack, that he's going to be able to have an impact still in this game. I think the Batrider is going to be kind of a non-issue, and obviously the Wraith King has already been relegated to that.
Batrider's almost got blink. Not far away. Tone is
Yeah, but you
well
need,
on his way.
what Hari's saying is you need the DPS and the ability to fight on top of that, otherwise it doesn't matter. You're going to be able to blink in and pull a Doom, And
Well, no,
he's-
no. What I'm saying is, without Force Staff, you're not going to be able to
Yeah.
pull anyone
Yeah,
because they
yeah,
have
yeah.
2 Astral and Disruption. So no, he needs Blink and Force Staff in order to actually be effective, or he needs heroes to be like completely by themselves, which
Okay.
like, maybe is going to happen with Donnie. Although Donnie's got Blink now too, so quick fingers can keep him alive.
And Seam picking up that 4 stuff, going for the. I mean, I think classic RTZ build is the way to say it.
Oh, Habibi. There's going to be a stun there from the Wraith King, but there's no follow-up. Oh, actually, Cook comes in. But, no, not a thing. Not a thing. There's peace here for the Bravado guys.
Meanwhile, top.
Oh, action time.
Oh, God. That was quick. That was really quick. Seam turned up, and then suddenly the damage went over 9,000. Okay, let's have a look. How many? 3 deaths here for Tone. 3 deaths in the first 15 minutes. This is not positive.
And the first tower of the game. Mirana's going to pop an ulti. Looks like the supports for Bravado are moving middle to try catch someone, and they're going to see someone. Straight away, it's going to be the DK, but they need a little bit of damage to come
Can
in
they do it?
first.
Can they do it? They've got someone else coming in. There's Seam as well. They might be able to sandwich him in. There it is. Astral Imprisonment, and now we've got Ferrari. He's going to be able to disrupt him if he needs to. I don't know if it's going to be necessary. We've got more stuns. Surely the disruption's going to come out to try and kill Secure. Oh, it actually
and
doesn't
Habibi
even
actually
matter.
gets
As Tassel gets the kill just fine over there, and the Bravado players are just going to get the hell out of there. And that is Tyrox dying for the first time this game.
He did pick up 1 piece of his Shadow Blade before he fell. He got the Claymore.
That's good.
And the thing is, like, Doombringer has now got a Blink Dagger and Centaur Stomp. He's a little mini Magnus in many ways here. He's going to be able to have a direct impact. And like Hari said, DK not really going to be that hero that can do that. And as we've all seen, the Batrider, hashtag so poor.
Yeah, this is an exceptional for Batrider, especially considering how easy of a laning phase he had. But I guess it's not really necessary for us to dwell on that further. So
I think you guys have made your point. Get
Yeah,
the hell
well-
off for Tone. He hasn't done
Alright.
anything.
Yeah, they're going
to
to go
you.
on Tyroxia. They're going to go on Tyroxia. Doom's up. I think they're just waiting for 1 support. Tabibi coming forward.
yeah, and he got a max poison, which killed the Dragon Knight last time too. So this is going to bring him down once more.
Oh, wow. I mean, we've got the Hoopstomp here from Donnie. Is this going to be enough damage? Richie comes in, so Tyrox should be able to survive this.
He's going to get denied.
Do you think?
No, he actually lives.
I think he's
Doom
gonna
is
live.
not going to take him down. Yeah.
Ooh!
Close.
Close.
Oh, no
Close.
cigar.
Close.
But meanwhile, they just get mid tower for free.
Yeah, I mean, something what Scant was saying is that the Infused team is very, very excellent at finding, like, the silver lining to every cloud. Like, every time they're losing a fight, they're going to make the supports are going to move somewhere else to make something in another lane. They're going to get a tower. They're going to take Rush if they lose one of their key heroes. And in this game, it hasn't really been that. It's been Bravado that's been making the plays.
Bottom.
Oh, Tone, he's pushing in flares. Is this going to be him finally getting a kill on the board? Tyrox moves in. Flares are going to pop Moonlight Shadow. We've got a disruption from Ferrari. That is just going to be a secure. Oh, and there's actually going to be a stun there on Tyrox. Seam's going to come in. He's really damn low on health, and there's a blinding light coming in. A really nice 4-staff usage there. Oh, wow. And Tyrox is going to fall. Is this enough damage? They can spot Seam, and he will die. There is Infused. There is hope, and there are positives for them to take out of this. Kind
So
of.
Tone reveals his Blink Dagger, and a kill comes off it, but at the cost of a DK.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the DK Shadow Blade just keeps. Oh, yeah,
All
sorry,
the
more action button.
creep's going to be taking the arrows, so that's definitely going to slow down the Bravado guys. Well, I mean, I would have said that, but they're still moving in regardless. They've managed to find Cook as well, Ferrari, moving in. Now that's going to be it. The Fat Rider this time is going to survive. And actually sitting at the top of a net with the DK here on the Infused team. There's a lot of
And
battles
there's-
that bot.
The
Yeah,
good
in
news
terms-
is. Oh, sorry, go.
No, you go, you go.
I was gonna say the Dragon Knight much lower level than the OD, so he's up sooner. 4 versus 5 fight.
Oh, hold on. This could be really good for Infused. This could be what they're waiting for, and I think the Bravado guys realize that they've got to move back. But suddenly, Seam comes in with a massive Eclipse that just rips so much damage to the Infused players. And there's going to be Tones fallen. We've got the Treant down. I think there was Tyrox, sorry, Richie who revived himself with the ulti, but oh my god, Donnie's just gonna come in, do the DPS, Tyrox is hugging his tower, and now the turnaround has just been magnificent from the Bravado guys. Infused, what are you going to do here? There simply is not enough damage from you guys. You've got an Invis, but the last hit's gonna secure the kill. And that's 2 deaths now for Triant, I think. Was that 2?
And Tyrox is hiding here. I think he's been scouted. Going to get scouted out. Now they're like, hello.
What are you doing there? You're visible, Tyrox. He's going to try to do some damage, but that's 6 for 1, I think.
Yeah, there was definitely a dieback involved there. Let's have a quick look. Was it a dieback?
It wasn't a dieback.
dieback.
GG! That's GG! In 19.5 minutes, Bravado Emotion are taking the first game of the Grand Finals. Well, shit.
Well, easy rares, easy life.
What?
Someone in chat is just like, I can't believe that I bet 2 Arcane on Infused. Wow. So
It's just this game, Abina. It's just this game. Don't worry about it, man. It's gonna change. It is going to change.
Yeah, well, if I don't know, if your players can't win a Batrider versus a Doom matchup, if you lose it hard, you are at a skill level that is just way above where you should be playing. So, like, either this was just a fluke, and, I don't know, they weren't in the right mindset or something like that, which is possible, or more likely, like, they just not going to be able to compete at this level, which means there's no more matching Trilan versus Trilan solo against solo. That's what you do when you have good players, or, like, better players than your opponents, or equal players than your opponents. What they need to do in this game is make sure that they can win with what Knoxville was talking about what Scant said, making support rotation. So it's got to be safe lane Trilan versus safe lane Trilan, and support rotations have to win it for Infused, or very early pushing.
I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe they just GG'd out. Not a single T2 went down. It's just like over. They gave up during that game completely. I think, I'm saying it's wrong of them to